Once again, welcome to Know Yourself. This is a program that we have designed to help build our relationships so we can all live peacefully in our society. We promise you today that at least those of us who are married will come your way with this interesting topic: how to sustain your marriage. I am sure that when two people lock together in marriage ceremony, their wish is that they stay till one of them part company or all of them will go. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen in most cases. People get married, the next 2 months, they're already fighting. And one is seeking divorce, or 1 year or 2 years. And so, yes, we are ready to get married, but to sustain it is a problem. And so that is the topic for discussion today. I want us to pick something from the scriptures. We want to pick something from Luke chapter 14, verse 28 to 29. Now the Bible says that, "For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first, and counted the costs, whether they have sufficient to finish it? Lest haply, after he had laid down the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him." And so we are looking at counting the costs of marriage, what goes into it. Indeed, the excessive and alarming rate of divorce the world over has proven to be worrisome, and the prevalent causes of such tend to be indefinite. In order to reduce the increasing rate of divorce and ensure a better society for all of us, couples need to make conscious effort, else they cannot finish what they have started. And once you begin something and you don't finish it, people who are looking, the onlookers, will then make mockery of us. And so we're looking at how to sustain. I will group our discussion into two: specific and general expectations of married men and women. And so today we're going to look at the general expectations of married men and then women. When we all come together and we want to commit ourselves for the rest of our lives in terms of marriage, there are things that all of us need to do in order to sustain that marriage. The first and foremost, for those of us who believe in God, is that you need to involve God in your marriage. Of course, as Christians, God should be our number one priority in everything we do, including our marriage. Always we need to pray and ask God to rule our marriage. Of course, He is the chief organizer of the institution of marriage. And as such, any marriage that is truly controlled by Him cannot suffer damage nor divorce. And so it is important that we involve God in our marriage if indeed we want to sustain that marriage. He instituted it in the Garden of Eden. So the Bible has given us instructions as to how we should live as individuals, as couple. And therefore, we should follow the instructions. We pray together, we do devotion together, do everything possible to allow God to control and have His way. In fact, a center seat of your marriage. Indeed, another thing very important when you want to sustain your marriage is communication. Communication is the driving force or the wheel around which every relationship revolves. And so you can keep your marriage going only through communication. And so you engage in all types and forms of communication, whether it is written, whether it is verbal, or any form or any type of communication. In your speech, you learn how to talk. You learn how to dialogue. You learn how to communicate. If it is writing, you can engage in that. Through social media, you WhatsApp, at times even your own husband, your wife, you can text. Engage yourself in all that types. Then we have instances where we have nonverbal communication. We have the verbal communication, we have the nonverbal ones. Know how to interpret, how to talk. In fact, there are some people we should understand that if I am not even talking, I'm still communicating. And therefore, you should study your partner very well if indeed you want to sustain that marriage. When he is quiet, when she is quiet, why is he quiet? Know when that the person's mood has changed. You have to learn all this. You engage in other forms of communication, like you have to make use of intimate communication, social communication, business communication, all that in your relationship. Learn every skill. Avail yourself to learn. Because as I said, communication is a driving force or a wheel around which every relationship revolves. Number 3, you need to engage in an open communication. You share feelings, hopes, dreams, and fears with each other in your relationship. We should be mindful that communication is a two-way affair, and each partner can feel heard and are able to have space to sort out their feelings or regulate their emotions before talking things out. Communication is supportive, understanding, and arguments are settled in a fair manner. In this way, you will be sustaining your marriage. Again, number 4, I am urging those of us who are married that we should never stop communicating in our marriage. Never stop communicating in your marriage. Indeed, people keep their relationship live and strong through communication. When people stop communicating well, and that is why I said, avail yourself to learn all the skills, all that you need to communicate. People indeed stop communicating well. And when you do that, you stop also relating well. So when people stop communicating well, they stop relating well. And times of change or stress can really bring out the disconnection. And so anytime that you are communicating, learn to communicate well. Whether you are a man or a woman, know how to address your husband, know how to address your wife. Speak to him or her as your partner, your co-equal. Once you get married to a woman, no matter how young, once you are married to her, accept that he is your better half and address and accord that individual that respect. Don't look down upon her that she's a woman. No. So learn how to communicate well. And when you communicate well, I'm assuring you that you will relate well as well. It may sound simplistic, but as long as you are communicating well, you can usually work through whatever problems you are facing. It is important for us to know. Number 5, general expectations of both married men and women is that couples should be economical with digital communication. Can you imagine the two of you in a bedroom, in a sitting room, or wherever, the two of you, and this one is stuck to the phone, this one is also stuck to the phone, or one is stuck to the phone, the other one is lying down or sitting down as if he or she is not existing, and the other one is busy on the phone. Please, let us try to be very economical as far as digital communication is concerned. Again, try not to substitute face-to-face communication or interaction with digital communication. The two have different magnitude, influence, impact in relationship. Can you imagine telling your loved one that I love you on the phone, through WhatsApp, through texts, and then the person sitting right before you, and expressing the same text, the same thing that you have sent through social media. Now the person is face to face. The person has the opportunity of seeing you, all your gestures, your mood, how you are saying it. And so I'm saying that we should not try to substitute face-to-face communication or interaction with digital communication. It will help us as much as possible. If we get opportunity, let us interact more often face-to-face. Then number 6, be tolerant. Be tolerant of your partner's weakness. We are all human beings, and therefore we are liable to be making mistakes here and there. And therefore, it is important for us to relate that individual. Nobody is perfect. The only one person who is perfect is God. We are all trying gradually to be perfect through the enabling power of God. But we are all striving towards perfection. You can help your partner achieve perfection by concentrating more on his or her strengths rather than weakness. There are some people, no matter what you do, positive things that you do, those individuals will not see. But the negative things, the least thing that you do, there's a saying that people can maybe not remember the many times you have done them good, but they will continue to remember the least thing that you did for a day, for years. And so we should not tolerate this in our relationship. We should try to tolerate each other's weakness, be forgiving, and be accepting. Number 7, maintain equality within the relationship. Please, I'm begging you, try and maintain equality within the relationship. Make decisions together, reach compromises when need be, and then share responsibilities. You should all have access to the resources you need in the marriage. Work together to solve problems. Work as a team, and it will help you. Number 8, you need to trust your partner. Trust is one of the pillars in sustaining marriage. Trust your partner and make yourself trustworthy. This, I'm sure, is the foundation of a progressive marriage, as many unions also crumble due to the lack of trust. You should avoid evil counsels and trust each other unless otherwise proven. Trust is important. I almost all the time say that love is okay. But if we're in a relationship and that relationship lacks trust, your love will wane away sooner than later. Number 9, show appreciation. Show appreciation. There is a scholar by a psychologist by name William James. He said, the greatest need of a man is the need to feel appreciated. Yes, your husband has been supplying food, putting money on the table. Your wife has been cooking. I know it's her duties. Have you ever eaten her food and be thankful? Have you ever received money from your husband and be thankful? Show appreciation. Try as much as possible to show that small thing he did, that small thing she did. Try and show appreciation to him or her. And it will urge him on or urge her on to do more. Number 10, be committed to the survival of the marriage. If indeed you want to sustain your marriage, ensure the existence of any sort of investment in your marriage. It could be prayer. You can invest in prayer. It could be time. It can involve that. It might be your energy. It may drain you, your resources, your money, everything that you need to invest in order to make sure that you have sustained that marriage. You are committed to that marriage. Try and then invest in it. Your prayer, your time, your money, your energy, your resources, everything. Healthy marriages are built on compromise. Note that it takes work on each person's part to make sure that there is a reasonable exchange. And so each of us must be committed to sustaining our relationship. Then number 11, begin to invest. And this one I'm talking about investing for your future in your marriage. Money. Every good marriage builds its future. A man and his wife should be able to plan, invest, and expect profit together. Yes, put something. It could be investing in your children, give them quality education. It can be putting money somewhere. It can be sacrificing something today so in the future you can enjoy together. I am of the opinion that, coupled with the support and assistance from God, these general expectations, if all of us are committed to it, we are surely going to get our marriage sustained. Thank you. Today too, we are inviting your comments. And once you have viewed, try and subscribe. Press the button and then share so we can reach as many as possible individuals. In our next episodes, we are going to look at specific expectations of married men and then women in sustaining their marriage. Thank you so much for your time.